A father's voice they tried to erase. My name is Christopher Daniel Baruman. You can reach me directly, BioDad314@proton.me, or 831-222-5416. I am a father. That is the beginning and the end of my identity. The anchor to everything I am about to tell you. The rest, the courtrooms, the filings, the fraud, the broken system. It all comes down to this. A father fighting not just for his rights, but for his child's right to know the truth. The truth is the one thing I've refused to surrender. And for that, I have been met with every dirty trick the legal system and those who know how to manipulate it can deploy. The forgery that started it all. This story begins with a piece of paper, an interspousal transfer deed, that bore my name but not my hand, a signature that wasn't mine, notarized under circumstances that should have set off alarms. I didn't sign it. The person who handed it over to the county recorder's office knew I didn't sign it, and at least one judge in California has seen the proof in writing that it wasn't my signature. That single forged signature was the match thrown into the gasoline. It stripped my name from the title of my own home, shifting ownership without my consent. That one act wasn't just fraud, it was theft, a violation under California law and under federal law when it touches bankruptcy proceedings and recorded instruments. But here's the thing. In a just system, a forgery this blatant would be stopped cold the moment it hit a judge's desk. In my case, they've let it sit there, in plain sight, for years. 2 courts, 1 cover-up. I brought my evidence to 2 courts. Santa Cruz County Family Court, where the forged deed is central to my divorce and property division. U.S. Bankruptcy Court in San Jose, where that same deed is being used to shape the distribution of assets and wipe out claims. In both, the forgery has been acknowledged in the sense that it's impossible to deny it exists. But in both, the actual legal consequences, voiding the deed, restoring my property, prosecuting the forgery, have been sidestepped, delayed, or outright ignored. It's not ignorance. It's not a mistake. It's a choice. In family court, the judge set a hearing on the forgery months out, pushing it past other strategic hearings that benefit the opposing side, including a move to brand me a vexatious litigant to shut me down entirely. In bankruptcy court, the trustee, the mortgage company, and opposing counsel have all had this evidence in hand. They've all chosen to act as though it's irrelevant, because acknowledging it would blow open not just my case, but the chain of transactions and legal moves they're relying on. Why this is bigger than me. If this were just about me losing a property, it would be bad enough. If it were just about one judge getting it wrong, it would still be worth fighting. But this is bigger. This is a test case for how a coordinated abuse of the legal system can lock in a fraud, cut off the victim's voice, and shield those who benefit, even when the fraud is documented in black and white. This is what happens when forgery is used to strip an asset. Family court delays the hearing past strategically important dates. Bankruptcy court proceeds as if the forgery never happened, because undoing it would unravel the plan. Financial institutions stand silent, knowing the record is tainted, but betting that no one will have the power to force them to act. And here's the worst part. The human collateral in all of this isn't just me, it's my son. Parental alienation as a weapon. From the moment I pushed back, I was hit with the oldest trick in the playbook for anyone who wants to control the narrative, cut the parent off from the child. It wasn't enough to take the house. I had to be removed as a voice in my son's life. I had to be painted as an aggressor, someone dangerous to discredit me in the eyes of the court and in the mind of my own child. And the longer the legal system drags its feet, the deeper that wedge drives. Every month that passes without my son hearing my side of the story is a month that someone else's version becomes his reality. This is why the delay isn't just a procedural frustration. It's a human rights violation. Every continuance, every postponed hearing, every willful blind eye is another day stolen from my relationship with my son. The political angle. There's another layer. One of the central players in my case, the one who benefits directly from the forgery and the legal maneuvers that followed, has tried to step into political office. That office, had they won it, would have given them access to precisely the levers of power they have already shown they're willing to abuse. Influence over investigations, control over public funds, including disaster relief, power to change standards like notary rules that could make fraudulent instruments harder to challenge. When someone willing to commit or benefit from fraud seeks power to legitimize or conceal that fraud, it's not just my problem, it's a public problem. What it feels like to watch justice evaporate. I've been in those courtrooms. I've seen judges look at my evidence and move on as if I'd handed them a grocery list. I've watched the system treat a provable criminal forgery as a footnote. Something to get to later, after the strategic dates that help the other side lock in their wins. The emotional toll is constant, rage at the theft itself, grief for the relationship with my son that's being eroded, exhaustion from filing, refiling, and showing up only to be told to wait. The surreal, nauseating realization that the very people sworn to uphold the law are choosing not to. Why I'm speaking now. I'm telling this story here because I've been told to wait too many times. Wait for the next hearing, wait for the next filing, wait for someone else to care. I'm done waiting. If I can't get justice in the courtroom right now, I will take this to the court of public opinion. I will put my voice where it can be heard, where it can't be silenced with a procedural order or a trumped-up label. And I'm doing it here, in this paper, because Street Sheet knows something about being ignored by the powerful. You know what it means to fight for a platform when no one wants to hear what you have to say, what I need. I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm asking for connection and for amplification. If you can help financially, legally, journalistically, I need you. If you can connect me to someone who can force action in this case, I need you. If you can simply share my story so it lands in front of someone who can't ignore it, I need you. This isn't just about a father and a son. This is about whether the truth matters when the system decides it's inconvenient. Contact Christopher Daniel Baruman, BioDad314 at proton.me, 831-222-5416,